So let's talk about deep inner work. No, we're not going that way. It's a little bit too boring. I just want to honor anyone who's been on this healing journey and for long, maybe for years, right? I want to honor your your willingness to trust because as you know, sometimes life asks you to climb upstream and all of a sudden you just feel like you're dropping all the way down to underwater and then you're being asked to come back again and just spiraling like a washing machine. And yes, this spiritual journey, there's no destination, but I believe there's one little destination that we're all landing. And for those of you who've been working so hard on yourselves, we are landing towards our soul. And as you know, we're both our human self and our soul self. But the funny thing is, sometimes these two just don't operate the same way. They operate from a completely different frequencies. And for example, your human self cares about, wow, in 5 years, where am I gonna be? Am I going to have a mega wealth or mega position in this company? Or am I going to leave a legacy? Or do I have something glorious to share with my grandchildren? All those are in the mind of human. We want to get somewhere, outcome based. But here comes the soul. The soul's perspective is whatever you just listed over there, I have no fucking clue and I don't care. All I want is to know the experience of it and what kind of meaning am I receiving here? Does it have any wisdom that I'm able to expand this soul self so I feel that I'm fulfilled? So you see how different these two are functioning. So throughout years, I've been pondering how exactly can we connect these two closer and closer and closer? And it's kind of hard, right? Because for our daily life, we need to feed ourselves, we need to make our income, we need to connect with different human beings, create relationships. We got a lot to do. And there's a lot of things that can really frustrate us, disempower us, and make us super, vulnerable sometimes. And sometimes you will feel like you're getting further and further away from your soul self. But my conclusion is, well, only so far, is whatever that's being arising onto the horizon, even your frustration, even your disempowerment, even your anxiety, even your envy and jealousy when you're comparing yourself with others, all these darker, we call it darker energetic expression of our human self. Why don't we use them as our internal powerful resource? So between the human self and the soul self, imagine there's a bridge, right? It's a bridge. It could be a black bridge, a dark bridge. And when we are trusting enough and willing to lean in to these darker feelings, we actually let it not disempowering us, but let it empowering us in a way. Wow, I've been feeling so angry. Why is that? And this is what your soul wants to know, wants to experience. If this anger is teaching me something important, teaching me how to own my boundaries in a healthy way, that has meaning. If this frustration is telling me that I need to speak up more to honor my voice, that has meaning, right? So again, how can we use these internal it's raw, this is real too, these human emotions that we're experiencing, can we not avoid them or shut them down, but welcome them to let them actually pave the way to build the bridge from our human self and to our soul self. Because I call this sometimes it's the misalignment symptoms that we're experiencing, all those feelings that doesn't feel good. It's a lot of discomfort inside of our body. But there's also great opportunity right here for our soul self to say, wow, I'm seeing silver lining in the dark tunnel now. Let me rise above it. Let me rise above it. And this way, we honor both the human self's experience and also we're allowing the soul self to be having that open arm to that dark bridge connecting from the human self. I hope this makes sense. But anyway, we are all so resourceful. We're so resourceful. And I just want you to know, whatever you're doing, your inner work, let it be the fuel to connect you, your human self, with your soul self closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, rather than, I'm being blocked again. Why life is treating me this way. Let's use those resources as a tool of empowerment rather than disempowerment. You got this, my friend, and we're all doing it together. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon.